Want to be part of one of the biggest virtual events of the year? Sign-ups for the summer's virtual market are happening right now. An event for artists and creators of all kinds to easily come together in one place, featuring handcrafted booths in all shapes and sizes. But I'm sure you've got some questions, like...
But isn't VRChat mainly a Japanese event?
While VRChat is an event mainly based out of Japan, everything from worlds to menus are also available in English. And over the past several years, more people from other regions have been participating.
Alex Taco Anton asks, when upgrade to Unity 6000 in years?
Holy shit.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true. It's Unity 6000.
Yeah.
Okay, well. No ETA, but we got eyes on.
Okay. Snapman IM asks, will imposters as distance LOD
Yo.
for avatars on desktop ever
Currently finishing up watching
it's a performance problem.
the VRChat stream. Just letting them sort of finish out before I go. So we're here watching the Q&A section, which is probably the coolest part of their entire stream, right? Comment on things.
You have a net memory increase. So like
they're talking about imposters right now. My comment on that was like, I want opaque imposters because they are far more optimized. Right now, whenever you have a transparent imposter, what ends up happening is you have a you actually have a you have an overdraw issue, right? So it's pretty crap. You don't want that, right?
There's also lots of other. I mean, we were just in Gigas. I told you, like Gigas. like that's the kind of stuff.
They couldn't read Candy Chan's name,
contract out to, like, a
but
VR studio
they are
or
they are a
$50,000,
Hickey developer, and the music was made by
it probably
Yugen
wouldn't be
6.
nearly as good.
So
Networking
there you
would
go.
suck.
I would wager that like in the future I could see someone taking the driving or flying systems and then building like a kind of single player thing around.
I would also
them.
say that VRChat's
Like,
system for networked IK is
Oh, I
also
didn't
easily
skip that. I'm
viable,
just gonna go
right?
back.
Like
Okay,
that's something that
cool.
VRChat could sell by
Dark
itself.
Swordsman asks,
Dark
besides
Swordman.
animator layers, are there any other pain points for avatar performance? And is there anything more that will be done to encourage optimized avatars?
I mean, the avatar marketplace was kind of one version of the encouragement.
I
right?
kind of
Like,
agree
you
with
got
that.
Pretty strict requirements there. A little wiggly.
Yeah, Shifter K, Miss I'm in the Avatar
Those
Marketplace,
are
who's watching right now. You
complicated,
definitely got to
like,
do
you
that.
need to do research on that to be really sure about that stuff, and even then, it's just a general rule of thumb rather than like a scientific.
They're
observation
huge.
this
Look at
point.
them.
I don't know. A lot of people like to say the phrase "animators suck, just make your own," but
No, you can't make
that's
your
a-
own animators. Tupper's absolutely right on that. It's
Holy
like
shit.
fucking impossible.
let's just rebuild Unity
Yeah.
at this point. Like, let's just make our own engine.
Mom, I'm scared.
It's true.
Brooks,
You know
you're
what's
shot
funny
away.
about him though?
Let's go.
He usually plays Eve on Fridays, unfortunately.
Maiden Frame
I
asks,
wish he would
I
log in on
love
Friday
this
nights, but his Saturday nights
of
is his
your
day, I
building.
think.
Will the SDK ever be made to allow a test build with the texture memory uncapped much higher? It would be very useful for streamers that solo in a room and for pictures and videos.
I agree with this
Instead,
too.
I really want to have an uncapped local avatar or something for effects and high-res textures.
Not a bad idea. Make canny.
That could be interesting. You can kind of do it now, but it still has like, you know, some limits that are built into the SDK.
VRChat for streamers client
That
when.
being said, the limits are extraordinarily high, like ridiculously high. I think what is it, like 600 megs before the SDK screams at you or something along those lines. I would encourage you to consider. It's something huge, but I would encourage you to consider. You don't need 8Ks, especially if you're streaming at 1080p. You absolutely do not need 8Ks.
VRChat for streamers client with pose estimation.
Good idea though.
Cool.
Yeah.
Catachino403 asks, could it be possible to add voice commands for worlds? I'm thinking like Star Trek, where you can talk to a ship, or NPCs for a game.
Computer. Hello, computer. Oh, that's the what is that? No, that's like Star Trek 3. That's way too old. That's not gonna work. 4.
Computer band tupper.
Computer crash Trav.
No, I agree. I think
Thank you,
that
Laura. I got it wrong. I forgot the golden rule. The odd numbered ones are bad.
it's fun.
But yeah, I think it'd be cool. We'd probably need to build some. Oh god, I just realized being able to stream audio out of VRChat into processing. Oh, that's a huge privacy issue. All right, I've already run into something that makes me terrified of it. But maybe if we integrated something first party.
If they made a first party client that detected your user voice and did input for things, like maybe. You can already do it with shaders. I've seen some crazy situations where people have built like basically they look at the visemes and they look at the movement of your mouth, and by looking at the movement of your mouth, it actually detects like what you're saying, and it's kind of insane.
Depends entirely on Unity,
Pretty fun.
I guess. That's outside of my technical knowledge. The only person that would reasonably know here is Talix. I don't know if you would know. LES shaders.
That is a very difficult question. not the time to answer. Not the time
Got
to
it.
answer at all.
Got it.
It's fun.
I never mind. Keep going.
Okay. Zunk's Fur asks, will the cube get family members?
You are the cube's family members.
Yeah.
Whether you like it or not.
I gotta get that print that he has,
It's always
but I need it for 40-year-old. Do I just like? I just need to get like a gray beard. I have a gray beard in real life. I'm literally doing a VR dad stream. That is it. It's fun.
I guess that's basically. Oh, thank you. That's what I was looking for.
Yeah, it's
Well,
pretty
now
fun.
That,
Now that there's
now
a
the
cube in the
is
way.
here, I suppose this is just about it for the stream. Spark, if you're there, I just realized we need to find someone to raid, and I don't have the easy choice of virality this time around. Do you guys in chat have any ideas?
Hey, I'm
Send
streaming.
something in the chat.
Maybe they'll
Oh my
actually
God.
me.
Oh, now Straz is trapped in the cube.
That's incredible. That's some. Do you need to go to the hospital?
Hey guys. No man.
So the reason why I'm streaming,
This feels like such a good.
the reason why I'm streaming today is actually to talk about being a dad in VR. So I do have a purpose for being here.
Perfect. Oh, okay. We found somebody. That works great.
Great.
And they're not marked 18 plus, right, Spark? They don't have a blurred thumbnail, right?
Right, Spark, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, shout out to
Right.
anybody who's looking for us to. Okay, we're good. Anybody who's looking to get us to raid them after we're done with our streams, if you mark your stream 18 plus, sorry, we don't want to send everybody to a wiggler. You know, shout out to the hard work that you're doing.
We need
but,
a raid message. We
Raid
need a
message. They do need a raid
raid
message.
Oh, I see. Just
no,
something to tell people.
like we have to come up with something, and then the chat will spam it. We need a raid message.
I don't know who they're gonna raid. It'd be fun if it was me, but it probably won't be.
No,
But anyway.
just cube with a
Just
capital
cube.
C, guys.
Just cube.
With a capital C. With a
Capital C?
capital
All
C. Don't
capital.
fuck it up.
All capital.
Spread
All
the
capital.
word of the
All
cube.
All
capital.
capital.
All
All
capital.
capital. Cube.
Sure, all capital. All capital.
All
Never
capital.
mind. Whatever.
All capital.
But
All
yeah, for
capital.
those of you watching,
Make it
yeah,
angry,
that's the
make it
point.
bad,
It is
make
Father's
it
Day
loud.
weekend, and that's why I'm here.
Screaming cube. All right.
We're just gonna scream
Yeah.
cube.
Well,
I love
There
it.
you go.
Yeah, you got it, guys. Like that.
We're
Yeah,
gonna send
just
you
like
along
that.
in the moment here. You guys go and yeah, there you go. Just use some cube emojis too. Oh, I know what that is, Spark. That's okay.
It's fine.
No problem there. But yeah, I appreciate everybody for coming and tuning into our
There's a lot of
stream
cool
this time
folks
around.
on streaming right now
Moreover,
as well.
I
So
appreciate everybody that has prompted us to increase our
trans lifeline.
our-
You can say
Oh
it.
God, my brain. The light,
Trans lifeline.
Yep. Take your
no, I
time.
know. I had like 3 sentences at once in my head. What the hell? It's never happened before. Shout out to everybody that has gotten.
You
us
need
to
practice.
increase our cap-
To do that thing at the
I
end, you
know
need
I
practice.
don't.
I do it every
I
like I do it
it's
multiple
cool.
times a week. It's very
Yeah,
hard.
Spark has linked the Pride.
3 years
page
now,
right
though.
there.
You know.
I
remember all the
appreciate
things.
Your support. 20% of every gift that you drop or
Cube.
that you give to people is going to go to Trans Lifeline to support them. In
Buy VRChat
helping,
Plus. It's good for
trans
you.
People in crisis and needing assistance. Let's see here. What else do I need to remember to do? Thanks to everybody that. Thanks to Ali for dropping that 20 bomb before the stream ever started.
Oh, that's awesome. Is Ali on
Everybody who
vacay? I
subscribed
wonder.
during the stream. Spark for helping us out. You guys for showing up, I guess. Not Sai.
They're so mean to Sai, the poor guy.
That's fine.
Tucker's a hater.
Man, what's
Yeah,
going
you
on?
know me.
Hey, Annie.
But I'm gonna send you. Oh yeah, good shout out from Radiant Soul in chat. Shout out Finns for making beautiful worlds. Good job,
Yeah,
Finns.
there you go.
Keep it up. Shout out
Finns is-
Talix for helping to give us the cube.
The cube.
Yeah.
The
And
cube is
shout
real.
out Cube. Shout out Cube.
Yeah, don't be mean to
I'm
Sai.
gonna send
I
you
agree.
along now.
Sai is awesome.
You guys entertain the stream. You got like 5 seconds.
Bye. Zoom in on the
Strauss
cube.
is bald.
On the cube.
Don't.
What? That's
Zoom
unheard
in.
of. Who are you to say it like that?
Strauss
Okay.
has no hair.
Hold on.
You know what's funny? Bald was trending on Twitter.
Messed up.
Here, you
Today?
got your 3/4 view.
For
Hold
some
on, I
reason,
gotta
just
get
the
you
word
your
bald.
Blender
I don't
view.
know why.
Hold on.
Blender
Here we
cube.
go.
3/4
POV
Blender
now.
cube.
Here's-
You just started Blender.
And you deleted it.
You just crashed Blender.
Oh, God.
It's good. It's
Crashed
good. It's good.
Blender. All right. I typed it
fun.
out entirely. Remember,
Happy Pride.
Happy Pride,
Happy
guys.
Pride.
Remember,
go,
Load up your
harass
cubes.
Krasuna. Harass them with cube.
It won't be me. We're just gonna go
Run,
say cube.
farewell. I clicked the button.
Cube.
Okay. And as usual, for everyone left, I still don't understand how you're here, but goodbye.
Good day for VRChat. You know, the funny thing is they have the person that they rated has an only Nekos in the corner. I was the first follow. Funny. They're going to be in trouble. It's DMCA Friday. That's funny. I was the first follow. They're going to get spammed. Hilarious. Show us your cube. Yeah, open beta gang. Let's go. That's cool. All right, I should definitely start my stream. Hi, I'm Lun. You're probably watching not me right now. In fact, I have one person watching me right now, which is Shifter. Shifter, you should share my stream somewhere. Maybe I'm also streaming on YouTube. Let's double check. Yeah, I am. But with no one watching. I have one concurrent viewer. If you are a viewer that isn't Shifter or myself, say hello. So yeah. We just finished watching VRChat's stream. And even though there's no one watching, I'm used to having like 50 to 100 people watching me on the VRChat channel, but I can't use that for my own shit on a Friday night. So, hi, everybody. By everybody, I mean one person. For now. But maybe you'll watch the VOD later. I'm not sure. So, my plan is to stand here and talk about being a dad in VR. That is the plan. And or, not sure. Oh, Mr. Ender is going to join us. Okay. Well, I'm going to let him come in. We'll see what he's up to. Maybe he's streaming too. We'll see. There's lots of events going on tonight as well. And we'll invite some people in. I'm going to actually change my status to say, come talk about fatherhood. Right? Why not? There we go.
What's up?
Yo, what's up? I'm streaming, just so you know. I am at the moment. Mr. Ender has joined me here. Hello.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm streaming on my own channel, so literally it's like you and me. And that's it at the moment.
Oh.
Yeah, there's nobody watching. Sometimes it's hit or miss for me. Sometimes I'll have like 50 to 100 people watching my stream. Other times it's just me. But I'm not streaming on VRChat today. I actually am just streaming to just to be me. Yeah. Oh, you just followed me. Aha. Hey, what's good?
No problem. I'm willing to help run out. So.
Oh, no, I've been streaming on Twitch for 10 plus years. I just don't do it very often anymore. My YouTube channel is
10 years.
Yeah, 10 years. Yeah.
What the heck?
Yeah, my YouTube channel actually has a lot more. I have a few million views on there as well, but mostly for writing tutorials and stuff in VRChat. So I thought since it was Father's Day weekend and VRChat was streaming, I would like hop in and just do like a little pseudo stream of because people have questions about me being a dad in VR and like what that's like, and it's Father's Day weekend, so I figured I would like give people an opportunity to like come chat me up about it, right? Because like people have questions. It's weird. It is an unusual thing, right? So I figure it's worth doing. There's actually 4 people. Hey, I haven't been streaming long enough. I think everybody else was watching VRChat stream. I was kind of secretly hoping they would raid me because I was like, in the chat. But we'll see what happens. They always talk to me on the stream, but like never raid me. But I'm never live when they're live. So, but it's super fun. Yo, Spades, what up?
Yeah.
So, are you doing anything for Offkai Expo?
What Offkai?
Offkai next weekend.
Sadly no. MomoCon is good enough for me.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah, interact virtually though. It'll be fun. I'll be there in person. But I will tell people you just said hi for sure. They've got lots of like virtual stuff to do. They got like streams and stuff going on as well. So I think Offkai is a crazy weekend in general, right? So
they can stop by for virtual stuff. I can't travel much at the moment, so yeah.
Yeah, it can be expensive. Actually, it cost us a lot more than I wanted it to this time. I got one price for it, and then had to get a ticket on a Friday, and because it took a little longer for me to get the ticket, like the price jumped up by like 40%. So I went from it being like $400 round trip to the West Coast to being like $800 round trip to the West Coast. But that's life, I guess.
Okay, give me a moment. Give me a moment. $400, $800. What the hell?
Yep, it's expensive. It's expensive.
You're almost giving me a heart attack. My Mr. Crush heart is beating faster than ever.
It is pricey. I honestly spend the money I make in VRChat on travel to do things for VRChat. I think that's really like that's the truth. I spend most of my like the money I earn doing VRChat things like to do more VRChat things and to get more people into this stuff. Like I spend my own money to go to TwitchCon. I spend my own money to go to Offkai. Spend my own money to go to VCat Real like every time, right? So I think it's worth it. Like I'm just like I'm kind of passionate about this stuff. I think that like to be on topic, I think our kids are going to spend a lot more time in here. And I want to make sure that whatever it is that we build in the future is like something that they're going to enjoy, because we're all going to have headsets at some point. Like my hot take on this is that we're all going to end up like not having cell phones anymore, and it's all going to be like AR headsets. So there'll be virtual characters everywhere, right? I think that's the plan. Yo, Moving, what's up?
You're sounding too much into Cyberpunk, my dude.
Yeah, I think we're there. I think we're going to get there. I mean, there's already people like if you had the money for an Apple Vision Pro and you're using it, like you're gonna use it like every day, right? Like it's just pretty much.
Okay. I gotta stop you there. Who the hell uses the Apple Vision Pro?
Like Bradley, for example. And seeing people like use that thing and like say how good it is, even though it's still cameras, are like AR is great. Like being able to walk into a room and have like all these little widgets around and like just like take your space and enhance it with VR stuff. Also, have you ever been to Tube? Have you ever been to Tube when Tube is doing Tube's thing and used the AR mode? I don't know what headset you have, but it's freaking crazy, dude.
Index.
Okay, so with pass through, you can turn on a green screen mode that makes it so that your personal space, like in your house, has is essentially transparent. So you can just have the avatars walking around in your house, and it is a crazy dope experience to just like have everybody in that space, right? So you can imagine what it's like, right? In that sort of experience, I like it. I think the idea is cool. It works pretty good. But yeah. Yeah, I figured I would stream a little bit today, and I did last weekend or weekend before last, or 2 weeks ago, something like that. Swa was doing an event. I think you showed up for a little bit. It was a Portal event, at the Mint. I think you were there for just a little bit, right? Where they had the live stream in the club at the same time. I think you were there.
I think
it was pretty late.
I don't know. I was being sober up from drinking.
Oh no! Everybody was drinking. Even the people on the other side of the portal were drinking. So it's like it's totally understandable. Okay, it's easy to remember, but or not too easy to remember.
Yeah. Okay, not thinking that. No, I was saying I was like rebel at the time when I was drinking.
Yeah.
Never mix grape flavored wine with mint chocolate chip ice cream. It tastes like toothpicks. Toothpaste.
It tastes like oh god, toothpaste. Oh my god, gross. That is so gross, dude.
I had to finish it, and it was I was having a minty teeth afterwards.
Oh jeez.
And not so great taste.
Oh my god. I used to like mint tea. I don't anymore. I used to like it a lot, but I don't anymore. It is but yeah, mint and alcohol. Another thing I can't drink is anything cherry flavored, right? Because it just reminds me of cough syrup when I was a kid, and I think it makes me sick. That's a secret for VR too. Like if you've ever gotten sick in VR, if you change the smell of your headset, it kind of resets your tolerance. Because when you smell your headset, if you've gotten sick in VR, you get sick faster. There was a whole study at University of Waterloo about that. It's pretty freaking crazy. It's the same reason why, like, if you eat something while you have like the flu, you don't like that thing anymore. So VR gives you the same thing, right? It's pretty crazy. It's like
Yep, you're right.
You got to change the smell of your headset for sure. It's weird. It is weird. But
yeah.
Man. So are you in the closed beta or the open beta? Sorry, not the closed beta. Nobody's in closed beta. What am I saying? Are you in the open beta?
For VRChat?
Yeah. You are? Did you see in the action menu there's stuff now?
Yeah. Oh wait. I just looked into Twitter. There's actually a cool looking world to explore.
Which one is that?
It's from a world by what was it? Neomates. World called Akbal Blue Knight, and it's like
Akiba Blue Knight,
1980.
Yeah, Akiba Blue Knight. Yeah. I have seen that world. It's
it looks
super
like
dope.
a 1980 French world. Yeah. Yeah, look. Yeah, I like it. I probably might actually take photos there. When given a chance.
Yeah, those
I'm
are
waiting
always
for a
fun.
friend to get on. So.
Oh, nice. Well, good timing. Come hang out with me. I appreciate it. I'm usually this is early for most of my friends, right? Most of the people I know are on the West Coast. I'm personally in the East Coast, so I'm on kind of early today. But yeah, for the most part, most of my friends are on the West Coast for whatever reason. I'm not sure, not entirely sure why, but that or Japan, right? It's one or the other. So it's tricky, man. There's so many emojis. So there's why is there a brick? That's what I want to know. Why brick emoji?
So you can hit your friends.
I suppose, yeah.
Hmm.
I love the new VRCat and VRC Plus drop stickers. They're actually pretty great. They have effects on them and stuff, and they've tagged them with effects. I think there's a lot of potential in there. But I love the reference cube. And the way that the inventory works, I think, is actually quite good too. Right? Also, you can manage the action menu and add things. Right? It's kind of neat. I dig it. It's not bad. I think it's pretty good. Like, beep. So during the stream, they announced that the cube runs Udon. So the fact that the cube,
Oh my god!
yeah, so the cube runs Udon, which means that in the future there will be Udon things that you'll be able to run in your props, which is kind of insane, right? Imagine, for example, having this. Imagine having this, but like on your avatar, right?
Now you can talk to people wherever
Yeah.
they, like
Yeah, or your, you know,
whole
your
world sucks.
like Microsoft or your world sounds won't suck, or maybe you could like pull a stream in. You know, I think that'd be great. I think that they will probably do it right, and I'm quite excited to see what they do with like Soba and stuff. I don't know, it'll be interesting. Um, that was the thing that people didn't realize is that it ran Udon, right? So I think that's kind of sweet. I want to see you know what where people take that stuff. I think it'll be pretty fun. I think it's important though. I mean, I don't know. It's not necessary that it's not necessarily the case that VRChat will be the metaverse thing that everyone and our children will be using in the future. But I have a feeling that maybe it will be, or at least there's a very good chance. People still play Second Life to this day, right?
Yeah, that shocked me that people still play Second Life.
It's got an avatar marketplace. That's why people play it. I've actually tried to bring some industry people into here who are into like metaverse stuff, and they still play Second Life because it's easy for them to buy good-looking stuff. Like your avatar, for example, is like super attractive, super nice-looking avatar, and people want to be able to buy that and just use it with all the customization. And you know, VRChat didn't have that until recently. So, you know, as the guy who runs the largest avatar marketplace in the world, I totally get it, right? I completely get it. So it's a, you know, I think it's a good thing that they're doing that. I don't, for it's not for us, right? It's not for the people who've uploaded stuff to this game or put things in the game. You know what I mean? It's more for, it's for the people who can't or don't do that, which is most people, right? But I think it will be good. I think that this platform, if they do it right, will continue to be, you know, the one that people use.
I do somewhat wish there was like a editing feature where you can like.
I'm sure they'll do it.
Straight to you, like,
yeah, I mean, I'm sure they'll do it. Like when at VCat, we partnered with them for Avatar Maker, right? So you can edit a bunch of that stuff and put it in VRChat. I think that's pretty nice. I think they could do more with it, but they want to leave it in the hands of creators. I think it's just like it's feedback like that. I think they know that stuff. It's just it takes time. They need to be like super profitable before they throw more money at features like that. You know, I think that's the main thing. And I agree. I wish the editing was a thing too. The bundles are okay. I like that. I like avatars that have like color changing and things like that. But I think changing things like textures on an avatar is like it's hard to do. We do it with Avatar Maker. Like you can upload your own textures and stuff, but there's a certain limit, right? But I guess now that they've got 18 plus and stuff, I don't think it would be a problem for them. I think it would be fine.
Yeah. I still hate going to the clubs, and I'm still asking for my age.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's another thing that sucks, eh? Actually,
Yeah,
that's a
it
great
gets
that's a
annoying
great
once in a while.
topic based on my stream topic today too. So I think 18 plus is great. I think Persona is great.
Oh yeah.
I think that's a fantastic feature. The problem is it is pay gated. And I do understand why they pay gate it, and because it costs them money to like use Persona, right? So I understand it being like a month of VRChat Plus, but I kind of and you can gift people VRChat Plus. So if there's generous people out there that say, "Oh, I want you to get age verified," and then they can gift VRChat Plus, they can verify the age of the people that are there. So one thing I haven't seen yet that I'd like to see is that if like what if clubs had like how a lot of clubs have VRChat Plus. They have the creator economy and stuff, and a lot of them have Patreons, and they make a decent amount of money, like a decent amount of money, right, from the club itself. What if they had a program where the club would pay for your persona verification? Like that'd be cool, right? Like the club could have a fund to pay for people's VRChat Plus for the 1 month, and make it so that people could get age verified. I think that'd be great.
Oh yeah. There's also another thing I do want. The fact of punishing people for I think misinfo use of it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Well,
I don't know how
explain what
severe
you
the
mean.
pun-
Explain
yeah.
explain what you mean by that. I'm not sure I follow.
For example, maybe some kid got their father or mother to put their ID
Oh,
instead of
yeah,
theirs, and and the best course of action to like I don't know, ban them or time ban them, something like that.
Yeah, like to time them out. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
It can be a problem too. There's other issues too. Like for example, if you are 2FA certified in VRChat and you like verify with Persona, you can only have one account with the 18 plus, and because you can only have one account. You can't do multiple accounts with the same ID, yet anyway. And so if you lose access to that original account, you cannot age verify your new account.
Ooh.
Yeah, so that's another
Yeah.
issue. I do believe that people on social media should be 13 plus, but I still think it really comes down to the parents, right? I think this game should be 13 plus. There's a lot of cool stuff in it that young people could see easily, like Bullet Time Agent and other games like that. Like they're fantastic. There's nothing wrong with like Among Us and Murder and all those games. I think that stuff's really fun. And Gigas even is like super wholesome too, and like I have no issue with that. And I think the kids should be able to do that. But my personal opinion on that, as somebody who I have a 16-year-old daughter who plays this game and has been playing this game since she was old enough to play this game, is I think that we should have like a new player island. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
I've been saying that for a little bit now. Like I wasn't sure how it took me a while to think about it, but like when they added age gating, I kind of came to the conclusion like that's the only solution. Is age gating, right? I think. Just like put new players on an island like they do in Roblox and like they do in Rec Room, right? There's like a junior account, and the junior account can't talk. Like there's no voice chat on junior accounts, which I think is good. I think that works, right?
But yeah, how about act like Mr. Beast, push an entire island and just drop a bunch of kids on there and just do a town battle royale?
Yeah,
I think that will work out for the best.
Did you know? So you remember when the brush avatars were really big and like Mully was streaming all the time and like they had tons and tons of young people like playing the game. When the brush avatars came out, Blue Ace has built like a brush hub world. Right? And in that world, he's still there. You can go see it. And the thing is, if he's in the world, he's got a special yeet cannon that's like a leaf blower. So if he goes into the public version of the world and there's a bunch of kids and they're being annoying, he can pull out his leaf blower and just blow them away. It's really funny.
God, I need to see videos of that.
It's friggin' awesome. It was so good. It's such a good idea. I'm pretty sure Centauri helped them make it back in the day. That was like, I'm aging myself, but that was like 5 years ago. It was funny. It was definitely before I started VCat when they made that, so it would have been 6+ years ago. It was really funny. I love it so much. Kids are a thing in here, you know? It's not... Some of them aren't that bad. Most of them are annoying, but some of them aren't that bad, I would say.
Yeah. I usually don't like talking to kids, but whenever I hear one that's actually crying, then actually need someone to talk to. I'll actually decide to go talk to them.
Yeah,
just sort
sometimes.
things out and just tell them probably best you just leave world, probably head home.
Yeah.
I don't know. Watch.
Yeah,
a
I
movie,
think kids. I don't think
Yeah.
kids should be in here like in a public world ever. I think that's the main thing.
Parental.
Yeah,
I wish the parents were.
Yeah, where the parents at? Middle America. Now it's a tragedy. Eminem. Blah blah blah. Yeah, so like I think that's the issue, right? Like I think that parents should be watching it. One thing I talked about a long time ago. TFM Johnny had a whole big post on it because one of like the major news agencies was talking about VRChat in a negative way, and I was talking about how VR is actually easier to monitor your kids on than regular like video games and Discord even, because with like a Quest, first of all you have to be over 13 to like have a Quest account, and then to use the social media stuff like you have to have a parent account, right? And I know this because I've set it up for my kid. And you can watch that account on your cell phone. So you can watch everything they're doing, and on your cell phone you can monitor it. So like if you're making dinner or something and they're playing a VR game, you can, especially with social features, you can actually watch what they're doing and like watch who they're playing with on your phone, and it's super easy. But like you can't really see who they're chatting to like over like TikTok DMs or over like over Discord. Like you can't see who they're chatting to on any of that stuff, or like iMessage. Like you can't see that stuff. But in VR, you can see, right? It's even better than like every kid's got a Nintendo Switch. They can just like close whatever they're doing on the Switch, right? Like what are they looking at on YouTube? Like who knows, right? And like they can hide that stuff like really really easily, and it's really hard to find out what they're looking at. Even if like you are crazy like me and like know how to audit your router and stuff like. But yeah, I mean, like, network engineer of like 25 years here, but like that sort of stuff is harder for the average parents. But like a Meta Quest, dude, like you just bring up what they're doing on the Quest, like on your phone. And I don't know why more parents don't do that, right? Like, yeah, you put your kid in a headset, they'll be occupied for hours, but you should still like watch who they're talking to. Like that's my opinion on that. I think that's important.
Yeah.
But I think VR is easier. It's easier. Like, if you know what you're doing. I just wish, I feel like there needs to be like an educational component for this stuff, but technology is moving really, 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 really fast. So like people have no idea, right?
Yeah.
It's hard. But Quest sold better than the Xbox like 3 years in a row. So.
Wait, really?
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's got way more sales.
Wow, I'm shocked.
Yeah, well, people don't know the numbers, man. When you look at the Quest, I think there's 30 million active Quest players in a couple of things, and then there's and then in terms of like big games like Gorilla Tag are like just basically always busy. VRChat's actually gotten more users than ever, with 120,000 CCU. That's about 5 million unique players a day, up to 5 million unique players a day. And that makes it one of the most like popular games on the planet.
VR?
Like period. No, like popular games period. Right? That's more players than Final Fantasy 14. Isn't that crazy?
That's a lot because because me and my brother were fucking arguing with like play accounts with games, and he was discrediting me about VR.
Yeah, he doesn't. Yeah, I don't think he fully understands what a CCU is. So right now, there is 89,000 people playing VRChat, and it's early on a Friday night. Right? There's 50,000 people in a Quest headset. If you think about it, how long does the battery last on a Quest? 3 to 4 hours, maybe, and you might get 5, and that means that every 4 hours it's a completely different set of players. Right? So if you have 90,000 players, 2 to 4 hours later, you have a different 90,000 players. That's 180,000 people every 2 hours to 4 hours. Right? So over a day, that's anywhere from 1 million, like maybe 700,000 on a weekday, all the way up to 5 million players a weekend. Unique people. These aren't like the same people. This is 5 million unique people, which puts it in like the top 1% of all games. That's like that's more active players than Final Fantasy 14. There's only a couple of games that hit that number, and it's like CS:GO, Dota 2, things like that. There's not a lot of games that hit those numbers. So, for sure, it is nuts. How many people play this game? It is a lot. And people don't see those numbers. But yeah, Quest, easily. But not just Quest, too. Like, you look at the Pico 4. Pico 4 is all over China. Pico 4 is all over North America. Pico 4 is all over Europe. Or sorry, it's not in North America, but it's literally everywhere else. So all over Japan, like tons of my Japanese friends use Pico 4. And those numbers don't count on Steam because they're playing the game on that, right? And then there's all the other headsets, right? All the Quest users, potentially all the iOS users in the future. I think that'll be crazy. And those numbers will go up too. Once there's something fun to do, right? Even like back 2-3 years ago when Among Us VR came out before the official version of Among Us VR, people were playing it in this game. You go look at if you go look at Mochi's Twitter profile, they have pinned at the top a video of some random kid that joined Mochi and said, you know, they could barely speak and they're like, "Where Smungus portal?" And like, and he dropped a portal for the kids so that they could go play Among Us, right? Like, it's pretty crazy. It is funny to say, but yeah, don't let your kids do VR by themselves until they're older.
Yeah.
Unless it's a game like Rec Room. Even then, you know.
Well, even with Rec Room.
Yeah, even with Rec Room. I mean, they play Roblox. I think Roblox is worse. Roblox has worse stuff in it than VRChat does.
I don't trust it. Like, if I have kids, I'm not gonna trust them on Roblox. I know the type of people that's on there.
Yeah, I mean, so my daughter has a friend who he's like 16, 17 years old, and the guy makes fat stacks making stuff from Roblox. So he's a pretty good Lua programmer, and he's young. He's like 17 years old. And he's able to make game worlds for like some of the live streamers that are on YouTube and stuff with Roblox stuff. And he makes like way more money than any 17-year-old should ever have. So there is definitely potential there, right? Like, I can see it. There's a lot of players. So I think that's good. Like, a kid like that might be able to come in here and, like, once this game becomes a super profitable place, come do that stuff. So I think that learning to program through games like that is actually really good. Did you know that the first person who like jailbroke an iPhone was 17 when he did it?
They're geniuses.
Yeah, kids are smart, man. Kids are very smart. I remember what I was doing when I was 17. I ran like one of the world's largest like electronic music forums when I was 17 years old because I knew how to use the internet. You know, that's crazy.
Hey, I'm gonna be honest. The IRS is gonna be looking at them pretty well.
yeah. I think that's the thing though. These kids are gonna go on to have good careers, right? So I don't discourage technology use among children. I think it's good that they know because like think about how many kids who don't know how to like fix a computer or build a computer these days. That sucks, right? I want to see more kids doing programming and stuff. And this game is a good gateway to that, and so is Roblox, right? So I think there is some benefit there. And it's not just like if your parents are good at computers, you should be good at computers too. I think a lot of kids just aren't into that stuff, right? So anything like this that can encourage people to get into technology. I wanted to make websites because I had friends who were doing stuff on the internet and I thought it was really cool and I wanted to share it. And same thing with VRChat. Like I got into it because, you know, it's a Unity platform. I know Unity. Let's make stuff. And I wanted to like, you know, share that with people who don't make stuff. And so there's definitely like I think there's something about that. When I was a kid, I wanted a computer. I didn't want to have to pay for it. I didn't want to have to pay somebody else to fix my PC. So every time my PC would break, I'd like, you know, learn how to fix it, you know? And I think that like, you know, and I had a 386 when they came out, right? So I think it's important that kids get into some sort of technology or a sport or something, or music, right? I think in other places in the world, music is one of the things that most kids get into, right? Like their parents will encourage them to play an instrument. Because it's like a skill you can always use, right?
Well, schools are no longer doing that.
That's right.
Nowadays.
Yeah, that's right. I don't think it's good. I think you need that kind of stuff. So I like stuff like VRChat because if it can encourage somebody to learn how to program, you know, then I think it's good. So I've always encouraged my daughter. She's done texture edits and like avatar stuff also in here before, so I think that's cool, right? It's just a matter of like teaching her to like or just like what I do isn't cool to her, so like her friends think it is, but like to her she's just been hanging out with me in VRChat since forever, so she's like she doesn't see it that way, I guess. It's not cool.
Well, to be honest, like if you see something like every day, it's like it starts to seem kind of normal. Well, like I think people who outside of the circle will kind of think it's cool.
Yeah.
The same with me with forensics. How I don't think forensics is interesting, but apparently people outside think it's interesting.
Yeah, that makes sense, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And hi, Rathanak. Yeah, it's Father's Day weekend. It's Father's Day on Sunday. Rathanak, they're in the chat, chatting away.
Yeah, okay.
Good
Not
morning.
thinking of that. I gotta get my father something.
Yeah, definitely. Me too, actually. I gotta get him something. I got him something really cool a couple of years ago. I got him quite a few cool things, and his birthday and other stuff happens around the same weekend. So I gotta grab him something. Get him something cool. He might be watching me. Hopefully not. Sometimes he does. Sometimes he watches my streams.
I'm thankful my father doesn't look at my streams.
You never know, right? You never know. I know my mom doesn't. She is not into technology at all. So I know I'm safe there. My mom doesn't watch it, but my kids do. My wife does. That's for sure. That's funny. Jeez. But yeah, it's I don't know. Kids are fun. I think it's a really interesting thing. Like a lot of people are like, oh my god, I could never have a kid. I think you should though. I think people should not be scared of it. It's actually fun. I'd never take it back. It's like one of the best things ever. Plus, she gets to play VRChat. She hangs out at the World Hop and gets to play VRChat with me. And we'll never switch out of the damn the Burger Cat avatar. That thing drives me crazy. She loves it though. Like I fucking hate it, but she loves it though. She's got a full body setup. She's got a full body setup. She's got a valve index. She's got index controllers. She's got all the shit. She could use the Vario Arrow and 11-point tracking if she wanted to down here. And she loves. Yeah, and she's on a Burger Cat avatar. She doesn't. And I even made her a custom avatar. Like she's got her own avatar. It matches my aesthetic and everything. Like it's fucking crazy. Like she's got a full custom everything, and she uses the default Burger Cat avatar that's in the default avatar menu.
Take or leave it.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? It's like, Dad, like she's like, Dad, I'm coming into VR. I'm coming into VR. So either I'm the Burger Cat and sitting on the couch, like lounging on the couch in full body as a Burger Cat, or I'm not coming into VR. That's pretty much it. So I just deal with it, I just deal with it. I'm like, she's like, okay, fine. Oh man. Oh, Rathanak, that's really nice. That's cool that he did that. Yeah, my dad supported me when I was younger too. He bought me a new PC and helped me buy PC parts when I was really young. It was, and he got me into computers actually. So my dad was a technology guy. He used to work for Emerson Electric, or not Emerson. I think maybe it was Emerson. He worked for a lighting company, like he did electrical engineering and stuff. But he also like was a sign maker and did graphics design. And he was into that stuff. We were kind of rich in the 80s, so because he was a life insurance salesman. So we were in like the West Coast during like the 80s tech boom. So he had all kinds of crazy stuff. And then when I was very young, he had a TI-88, Texas Instruments like TI-88 computer. And I was like 6 years old, and he had the big like TI Basic, which is like MS Basic, like programming language, and he came home one day and I had like programmed like some sort of graphic on the screen, and he was like, what the fuck? Like he was like, okay, we're getting this kid a computer, like making sure he continues to do this sort of stuff, right? I made like a dancing man on the screen. He likes to tell that story. But that was in like 1980. What was it? It would have been 6. So it would have been 1989, or maybe I was younger than that. Maybe 1988 is when I programmed my first thing ever. And we didn't have the memory either. Like we didn't have I didn't have a way to save it, because like there was like you used to save stuff onto tape cassettes on that system, like a literal tape cassette. Like the cassette went into a thing that attached into the computer, and then like you would save the data onto like magnetic tape. And we didn't have that. So like the minute you turned the device off, like the program was gone. So like you had to like write it all in like one big line like on the text editor on the screen. Like it would be like basic. You type a bunch of stuff and then you'd write run at the end, and then hit enter, and that was it. The program would run, and then you pressed escape to cancel the program, and that was it. That was like there was no memory of anything, but like people learned to program on that stuff, and when he saw that, he was like, okay, I want to make sure he's got like a computer. He also got me a Nintendo, like in like '85. I remember when Super Mario Bros. 3 came out and stuff like that. So like always been around technology. He used to mail VHS cassettes or Betamax cassettes of his high score in games on the TI-88 to his friends, and that's how they would compete with each other before the internet. They would mail tape cassettes around, like VHS and Betamax. It was crazy. And my dad's a good guy. I just wish I was as good at guitar as he is. He's in a band, does music stuff. He's very good. Like, very good. And I wish I was. I can play bass, though. Maybe one of these days. I'll go back. That's what I used to do on Twitch. So, like, 10 years ago, 10 years ago, when I used to stream on Twitch, it was, I would stream music, play bass. That's how I got my 268 followers. Way back in the day. I've lost followers too. I think I had it up to 1,000 or something back in the day, but like a lot of those accounts don't exist anymore because my account's so damn old. It's pretty funny. It's fun though. I enjoy streaming. So what's your plan tonight? There's lots of cool stuff going on this weekend. VRChat is getting kind of lit.
Well, I just really like waiting for a friend to hop on and help me with photos, because well, I was working a lot on this Abby. Like,
It looks
I have
great,
five
man.
different outfits. Oh yeah, I have 5 different outfits on this Abby. This is just one of the outfit sets. Each part's toggleable. I have 2 smoke add-ons. I have the cane. I have a pipe. And 2 sub outfits.
Oh wow!
Trying to work on a little more, trying to stretch what I can in before like I feel like I'm fully done.
Yeah. Oh, I hear that.
Yeah.
I hear that. No, it looks good, man. I love the code. It looks fantastic.
you.
The texture's good. Everything looks awesome. It's pretty sweet. I've been very tempted to buy like an expensive avatar from Yoyogi Mori and customize it, but then every time I do that, I think to myself, but I can model. I should probably just make another avatar, like from scratch. It's just like I don't have the time anymore, and it's like, and I could like pass it off to my wife and be like, here, can you take this like 20-minute mesh that I just meshed and like remesh it, and like I don't want to put her through that. So I got to do it myself for sure. But yeah, Radnak's like your biggest regret not talking to him. I get that. The thing is, when the end of like your parents' life when they hit their 60s, you never know how many more weekends you're gonna have with them. I think it's important you go visit your parents when you can, when you're young.
Yeah. I'm gonna probably maybe visit my Miawela soon. I gotta go check in on her, see what's up.
Yeah. I'm gonna end in 6 minutes anyway. Just 1 hour of chatting. I was hoping somebody like yourself would pop by and keep me company. I wanted to get on stream and do it. I'm gonna be I'll probably maybe live tomorrow, but I will be doing the regular VCat How's Your Progress World Hop, and meet up for that 1 hour there. And then usually on Saturday or Friday nights I hang out with everybody for a little bit. I have to work on PGKT stuff as well this week. I got a bunch of things to give them too, but I wanted to try streaming on a Friday night just to say hi, see if I can handle it. My wife is like, dinner will be done the time you're done streaming. See, look at that. There you go. Be a dad. It's fun, because whenever you're a dad, you've also got a mom, right? And it's the best. You get to have a mom along with you too, right? So being a parent is fun. It is actually fun. Don't be afraid of having kids. It's a lovely experience. It's a lot easier, I will say, if you've a lot of people who watch my stuff, or who I interact with, are easily like anywhere from 20 years younger than me, like 10 to 15 or 20 years younger than me, and a lot of them are like really freaked out. They're like, I don't know if I could ever have kids, blah blah blah, right? And
You're right. I'm afraid of women.
yeah, don't be, man. It's honestly having children is like super fun.
I know. It's a joke.
But it's fun. It's fun. You wouldn't people think it's hard, but it isn't, right? Like when kids are babies, like they sleep 99% of the time, and then after like 3 months, then they might start to sleep through the night a little more, and you get like more sleep, and then at 6 months they're like babbling back at you. And then, after at 12 months, they're walking and sort of forming sentences. So like life only gives you what you can handle as kids get better. And then by the time they're like 4 years old, they're in school. So like, you only have to worry about them, like, making sure that they've got a sandwich and that their lunch is made and that their clothes are clean and that they've taken a shower or bath. And then before you know it, they'll have a boyfriend and getting their license, which is what happened to me. It happened so fast, man. My daughter was 3 to 5 years old when I got my first VR headset, and now she's 16. So I was playing VRChat like when she was oh my God, she was 5 or 6 years old when I started playing VRChat. Now she's 16.
Damn, time flies by fast.
Yeah, it does. And that's the thing. Like, kids are easy. You'd be surprised. Kids are easy.
I wish time goes by slower so I don't age as fast.
Yeah, that would be great. Can we just pause? Just pause. Just right here. That'd be perfect. The beer wouldn't affect me as much. I wouldn't get the dad bod. I'm still working on that. I want to get rid of it, man. Because I'm always at these like conventions and stuff, and the funny thing about VTubers is like they're usually like super attractive and fit in person too, and it's like, damn, I feel like the odd man out when I've got like a little extra weight on me. I used to have a lot of muscle, but not anymore.
Good enough. When my friends met me, they didn't thought I was a kind individual because wherever I go by a homeless person, I give them like $20. I feel because it's just my guilt mentality. That's my main part. I hate being kind.
Oh, nothing wrong with that. I think being a nice guy is way better than being. I mean, it depends.
Oh, yeah.
I'm definitely like that too. I'm a very charitable person. I agree.
Yeah, that and also good looking too, which my friends also realize.
Oh, that's always nice. I wish I had super good luck. I don't have that.
Yeah.
I don't have that. I'm a generally unlucky person, but
What? Hey, anyone can be lucky. Just I don't know. Watch To Be Hero X.
yeah, there you
I
go.
forgot how luck works like that.
you just
seen
have,
that?
I have. I think I've seen trailers. I haven't actually watched that one.
I recommend it. It is so good, even for the concept trailer. I generally recommend it.
I should definitely watch it for sure.
It costs you $20 to be a nice person.
Yeah.
No, it's just my guilt mentality.
The guilt
just kicks in.
The guilt mentality. Yeah.
Yeah. Fun fact: if you were like, I used to be part Catholic, like from my meal side, and that side doesn't rub off easily.
Nope.
Even with charcoal. Pretty much, it's you always feel guilty, even if you like grab a pen from like a bank.
Oh
and
yeah.
forget to bring it back. You start to feel very guilty.
No, I'm definitely there. My family was hyper religious, and I still have that like instilled in me. Like I've got to be honest in like to a fault honesty. I get it. I think it's good though. I think it's good. Like it rubbed up on my daughter too. Like I'm not a terribly religious person anymore, but like I still have like the brutal honesty, and I think that it rubbed off on my kid, which is probably a good thing. So if nothing else, like being honest is important.
No.
It's a good thing. I don't think it's a bad thing. All right. I'm going to let you run away. I'm going to run away off stream too. Thanks for like the 7 or 8 people that watch me today. And basically this is like a test on my own channels. So if I can handle streaming an extra hour a day, 3 to 5 days a week, that's the plan anyway. So we'll see what happens. Maybe. All right.
A good minimum is usually like 3 or 4 hours.
Yeah. And this was easy. I could easily go. I could see myself going for another 2 to 3, 4 hours now tonight. So I feel like I'm ready for it. I could do it. That's my goal. All right. I'm going to throw a commercial and then get